Hello, my friends. Welcome back to American Lingo Academy. I'm Fiona, and today we're going to learn another 20 high-frequency English words that you will hear and see all the time in daily life. These words are really important because they make up the foundation of everyday English. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly what they mean and how to use them naturally in your own conversations. Are you ready? Let's jump right in. Number 1, take. This is a verb. Take means to get something with your hands or to bring something from one place to another. It can also mean to accept something or to use something. Some synonyms are grab, get, bring, or carry. The opposite would be give, leave, or put down. You'll hear this word everywhere. In stores, at home, when traveling, or just in everyday conversation. It's one of those words that has many different meanings depending on the situation. For example, imagine you're at a coffee shop and the barista hands you your drink. You might say, "Thank you, I'll take this to my table." Here's another one. If your friend offers you a piece of cake, you could respond, "Yes, I'll take a small piece, please." Number 2, let. This is also a verb. Let means to allow someone to do something or to not stop someone from doing something. It's about giving permission. Synonyms include allow, permit, or enable. The opposite would be stop, prevent, or forbid. This word comes up a lot when we're talking about permission or when we're making suggestions. Parents use it with children, friends use it with each other, and you'll hear it in work situations too. You might hear something like, "Let me help you carry those heavy bags." People often say, "My mom won't let me stay out late on school nights." Number 3, really. This is an adverb. Really means very much or truly. We use it to make something stronger or to show that something is true. Other words that mean the same thing are very, truly, actually, or extremely. There isn't really a direct opposite, but words like barely, hardly, or slightly are kind of the opposite idea. Really is super common in casual conversation. Americans use it all the time to emphasize what they're saying or to show surprise or interest. For example, when your friend tells you some exciting news, you might respond, "Really? That's amazing." Here's another one. If someone asks if you enjoyed the movie, you could say, "Yes, I really loved it. It was fantastic." Number 4, okay. This can be an adjective, adverb, or interjection. Okay means that something is fine, acceptable, or not great but not bad either. It can also mean you agree with something. Synonyms are fine, all right, good, or acceptable. Opposites might be bad, terrible, or unacceptable. Okay is probably one of the most useful words in English. You use it to show agreement, to check if someone understands, or to describe something that's just average. You might hear something like, "Are you okay? You look a little tired today." People often say, "Okay, let's start the meeting now." Number 5, her. This is a pronoun. Her refers to a female person or animal. We use it instead of saying the woman's name over and over again. There aren't really synonyms for pronouns, but it's the female version of him. The opposite would be him for males. You use this pronoun constantly when talking about any female person. In stories, when talking about family members, friends, coworkers, or anyone who is female. For example, when talking about your sister, you might say, "I called her yesterday and we talked for an hour." Here's another one. If your friend Sarah left something behind, you could say, "This belongs to her. I should return it tomorrow." Number 6, This is an interjection. Is a sound we make when we're thinking, when we're not sure what to say, or when we need a moment to find the right words. It's similar to or well. There's no real opposite because it's just a thinking sound. This happens in natural speech all the time. It's completely normal and even native speakers use it constantly when they're speaking spontaneously. You might hear something like, I think the meeting is at 3 o'clock, but let me double check." People often say, excuse me, could you help me find the bathroom?" Number 7, tell. This is a verb. Tell means to give information to someone using words. It's about communicating or sharing something. Synonyms are say, inform, explain, or share. The opposite might be hide, conceal, or keep secret. We use tell all the time when we're sharing information, stories, instructions, or news. It's different from say because tell usually means you're directing the information to a specific person. For example, when you have good news, you might say, "I can't wait to tell my parents about my new job." Here's another one. A teacher might say to students, let me tell you about today's assignment. Number 8. Him. This is a pronoun. Him refers to a male person or animal. We use it instead of repeating the man's name. It's the male version of her. The opposite would be her for females. Just like her, you use this all the time when talking about any male person. In conversations about family, friends, celebrities, or any male person. You might hear something like, "I saw David at the store, but I didn't talk to him because he looked busy." People often say, "That's my brother over there. Do you want to meet him?" Number 9. Why? This is an adverb and question word. Why is used to ask for a reason or explanation about something. Other question words are how, what, when, or where, but why specifically asks for reasons. There's no direct opposite. Why is essential for asking questions and understanding reasons. Children use it constantly, and adults use it in work, school, and everyday situations to get explanations. For example, if your friend cancels plans suddenly, you might ask, "Why can't you come to dinner tonight?" Here's another one. When learning something new, you could ask, "Why does this work this way?" Number 10. There. This can be an adverb or pronoun. There refers to a place that is not here, or it can be used to say that something exists. The opposite is here. Related words are over there or right there. There is used constantly to point out locations or to talk about the existence of things. It's one of those basic words that helps us describe where things are. You might hear something like, "Your keys are over there on the kitchen counter." People often say, "There are 3 new students in our class today." Now, before we continue with the rest of our words, I want to ask you a quick favor. If you're finding this lesson helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We post new videos every single day to help you improve your English, and your support really helps us keep making these lessons for you. Okay, let's keep going. Number 11. Who. This is a pronoun and question word. Who is used to ask about which person or people we're talking about. It's similar to what, when, where, or how, but who specifically asks about people. There's no direct opposite. Who is super important for asking questions about people and for giving information about people. You'll use it in introductions, when you're curious about someone, or when you're describing people. For example, if you hear a knock at the door, you might call out, "Who is it?" Here's another one. When talking about your favorite teacher, you could say, "Mrs. Johnson is the teacher who helped me learn to love reading." Number 12. Time. This is a noun. Time refers to minutes, hours, days, or the general concept of when things happen. It can also mean an occasion or instance of something. Synonyms might be moment, period, or occasion. There's no direct opposite, but words like never or timeless are related opposites. Time is everywhere in our conversations. We talk about what time it is, how much time we have, good times, bad times, and time in general. You might hear something like, "What time does the movie start tonight?" People often say, "I had a really good time at your birthday party last weekend." Number 13. Thing. This is a noun. Thing is a very general word for any object, idea, or situation. It's used when we can't think of the specific word or when we're being general. Synonyms are object, item, matter, or stuff. There's no real opposite since it's so general. Thing is incredibly common in casual English. Native speakers use it all the time when they're being general or when they can't remember the exact word for something. For example, if you can't remember what something is called, you might say, "Could you hand me that thing on the table?" Here's another one. When talking about your day, you could say, "The best thing about today was meeting my old friend for coffee." Number 14. From. This is a preposition. From shows the starting point of something or where something comes from originally. Related words are out of, away from, or starting at. The opposite would be to, toward, or into. From is essential for talking about origins, sources, distances, and starting points. You use it when describing where you're from, where things come from, or time periods. You might hear something like, "I'm originally from Chicago, but I live in New York now." People often say, "This package is from my grandmother. She sent me homemade cookies." Number 15. Will. This is a modal verb. Will is used to talk about the future, or to show that something is definite or certain to happen. It's similar to shall, going to, or plan to. The opposite might be won't, which is the contraction of will not. Will is how we talk about future plans, predictions, and promises. It's one of the most important words for discussing anything that hasn't happened yet. For example, when making plans, you might say, I will call you tomorrow after I finish work. Here's another one. When making a prediction about the weather, someone could say, it will probably rain later this afternoon. Number 16, like. This can be a verb, preposition, or adverb. As a verb, like means to enjoy something or have positive feelings about something. As a preposition, it means similar to. Synonyms for the verb are enjoy, love, or prefer. Opposites are dislike, hate, or can't stand. As a preposition, it's similar to such as or similar to. Like is everywhere in English. We use it to talk about our preferences, to make comparisons, and in casual speech as a filler word. You might hear something like, I really like chocolate ice cream better than vanilla. People often say, she looks like her mother, they have the same eyes. Number 17, when. This is an adverb and conjunction. When is used to ask about time or to connect two things that happen at related times. Other time question words are what time or how long, but when is more general. There's no direct opposite. When is crucial for talking about timing, scheduling, and connecting events in time. You use it constantly for questions about time and for telling stories. For example, if you're planning to meet a friend, you might ask, when are you free for lunch this week? Here's another one. When telling a story, you could say, when I was a child, I loved to climb trees in our backyard. Number 18, as. This is a conjunction, preposition, or adverb. As can mean while something is happening, or it can mean in the same way, or it can be used for comparisons. Depending on how it's used, synonyms might be while, like, since, or because. There's no direct opposite since it has many uses. As appears in many different situations. You'll see it in comparisons, when talking about jobs or roles, and when connecting ideas in time. You might hear something like, as I was walking to work, I saw a beautiful rainbow. People often say, she works as a nurse at the local hospital. Number 19, because. This is a conjunction. Because introduces a reason or explanation for why something happens or why something is true. Synonyms are since, due to, or as a result of. There's no direct opposite, but words like despite or although show contrast instead of cause. Because is essential for explaining reasons and connecting cause and effect. You use it constantly to answer why questions and to give explanations. For example, if someone asks why you're late, you might say, I'm late because there was a lot of traffic on the highway. Here's another one. When explaining a decision, you could say, I chose this restaurant because they have excellent vegetarian options. Number 20, some. This can be a determiner, pronoun, or adverb. Some means a certain amount or number, but not all or not many. It's used when the exact amount isn't important or isn't known. Synonyms are a few, several, or a bit of. Opposites are none, all, or many. Some is incredibly useful for talking about quantities without being specific. You use it when shopping, when offering things to people, or when you don't know exact amounts. You might hear something like, would you like some coffee with your breakfast? People often say, I need to buy some groceries on my way home from work today. And there you have it, my friends. 20 more high-frequency English words that will make your English sound more natural and native-like. Remember, the key to mastering these words is practice. Try to use them in your own conversations and pay attention when you hear them in movies, TV shows, or real conversations. Thank you so much for watching today's lesson. If this video helped you learn something new, please give it a like, share it with your friends who are learning English, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We post fresh content every single day to help you on your English learning journey. Leave a comment below and let me know which of these words you found most useful. I love hearing from you. Until next time, keep practicing and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye for now.